Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creative Leigh on Sunday the 15th of September 2024 with FLOSSTUBE number 237. Yeah, 237. I seem to make numbers up these days. Welcome back to my weekly channel about counted cross stitch. I have had a lovely quiet weekend. As in, I made no plans and no plans came to me, so that was fantastic because I'm very crap at saying no if I get an invite to something. But it's been really good having a quiet weekend at home, pottering around. Yeah, just doing a few little organisational jobs and just did all my ironing. Yes, I iron. I love stitching on linen and I like wearing linen, and one does need to iron linen. The wrinkles you get when something's been dried versus the wrinkles you get from something being worn are very different. So, and I usually iron my things for you most Sundays, therefore it's good to get the iron out and do all the ironing. So that's usually works quite well for me because of course you care so much about my ironing habits. A relatively straightforward week at work last week. I didn't do too many extra hours. I only worked in the office 3 days, which is my preference, but I did catch a late train each day. Benefit being, it takes a little bit longer, so I read a little bit more, but it's half price because it's off peak, so you know, got to look for the wins, right? I got a little bit of stitching in, probably more than what, yeah, I did a little bit of stitching, which was quite nice. Only on I stitched on 3 projects, but one of them is secret, in that I participate in a New Zealand ATC exchange every quarter. Organised by Tony Simmons, and I have, well, it's only the 3rd time I've done it, but I have in the past stitched the design twice, so I get to keep one for me. So I have finished the one that I need to send off after today. Today's the due date to get it in the post. Spring themed, although mine's probably ended up being a bit summer themed, but that's all right. And I haven't stitched the second one, so I've been stitching on the second one. So if I get it finished today, fully finished, I should be able to show you next week what my what I've stitched on this for my HEC swap. But yeah, I won't show you till I get the one in the mail to the person, and B, the other one stitched for me, because that's the one I'll show you. Yeah, otherwise life's been just sort of work, come home, rinse and repeat. Nothing too exciting this week, other than last week that I got, you know, my eyebrows done, which I do every 4 weeks or so. I don't need a lot done to them, but they're getting a little bit lighter as I get older. There are more and more white ones, so I just get them a little tinted, a little tidy up, just so you can tell I have eyebrows. Yeah, I haven't purchased anything. I've got a little bit to show you though. Just a all silk. First up during the week, my Silks for You Silks of the Month Club arrived. So this is for August 2024, and lovely sort of aqua shades, amazing. Just if you get the opportunity to join the club and you like stitching with silk and doing your own subs, Silks of the Month is a great one, because most months we're getting these lovely tonal shades of the same color, so great for substituting out when you need 2 or 3 shades of a color. So yay, really happy with that, and I haven't had that particular shade before. And then a local gal, Catherine, local stitcher, had reached out to me. I forgot actually that she had done this until I got the parcel in the mail yesterday, and I haven't even messaged her. she had reached out saying she had some hank of Silks for You PR70 that she decided she wasn't going to use anymore. Would I like it? And I said yes. I have offered to recompense her, but she hasn't yet told me she wants money. But whether I give her some money or not, I'm thrilled to get this. It's a hank of the black, and I love stitching with PR070 for Silks for You. But what I didn't know is she also sent me, and this is not at all nicely arranged, a bunch of other silks. So some of these will be colours I already have, but that's not a bad thing. So just a couple of greens, PR124, it's the colour that I stitched my long dog Death by Cross Stitch in, PR110, I know I have this one, PR156, oh, there's an ant, don't know where that came from, PR148, PR154, PR15, should I say 148, 154, 158, 182, PR153, PR065, PR121, CM0003, PR105, PR036, PR165, and last but not least, PR176. So thank you, Catherine. That was so amazing. But yeah, I do need to message you. I arrived yesterday, then I got distracted. So that is an amazing little silk haul. I do need to get some floss tags. I need to invest in some actual acrylic ones, but I have probably, well, I've been in those clubs, you get 5 a month. Crikey, I probably have like close to 350 Silks for You silks. So we'll see. But that was, yeah, all the silk coming in today, so, or this week, which is really lovely. Yeah, what did I stitch on? I decided to pick up Frederika. I've lost the little card for her. One moment. I went to pick up Frederika. I had showed her a little while ago that I'd stitched her apart from that wing, and I had kind of the sun, the flower, the little keys up here still to go. I'd shown this last time, so I had a couple little doofers, but she didn't have that much to go. So I picked her up and I finished her. So Frederik, I stitched in 2022. That was part of my 50 at 50. So Frederik and Frederika are both stitched on 40 count drifting sands from Country Stitch using the Call for DMC. Frederika I started on the 3rd of December last year because I realised I didn't have a fractor on the go, and then I finished her, she got a bit neglected in the middle there, but finished her on the 10th of September. What did I change? I did change a couple of things. So as you can see on Frederika, her border is filled in, but on Frederik he wasn't, and I had made the decision to fill that border in like Frederika, given I was using the same fabric, whereas these two, well, they say they're on the same fabric, 40 count pearl barley, but look at the model photos. It sort of just shows you how photography matters, given that these are both stitched supposedly on the same fabric. Anyway, I finally got her finished, and here she is. So yeah, all Call for DMC. Some of the diamonds might be in the wrong color because I miscounted, but it's a random border, and love those little pomegranates. And because I use the DMC and the cover models are stitched in NPIs, they will look a little different. She's a little lighter than the cover. If I had have stopped earlier, I might have made her a shade darker, but I had already stitched her by the time I decided she probably could be a little darker. I'm still happy with her though. And that's Frederika. And just to remind you, here's Frederik. He's a handsome beast. And now they're both finished, so they will go into the pile to be framed. But oh well. Well, let's get a job first before we worry about that. I will be passing these on, but I did have someone, Lynn had mentioned she might like them. Anyway, her husband doesn't love them, so she's passing on them. But so I will be giving them away together because they need to be together forever. But it won't be until I do my rather large, probably past the stash, giveaway in November. When I do my 5th year anniversary, I'm going to be giving away a few charts and stuff. So hang in there, and these two will be going together in November. Then I looked through my list, which I keep on my phone, and the things at the bottom are the things that I haven't put into a video for a while. And I had neglected this all year. So Cliffside Stitches, Moroccan Sampler. This was also a 50 at 50 start. I started on Moroccan Independence Day in 2022, 18th of November. And I needed to get, I have this slated for a finish this year, and I still had 2/3 of it to go. This is on 36 count Persimmon linen from Fibre on a Whim, and I'm using my own DMC conversion. The colours here weren't Moroccan enough for me. I've been to Morocco and I have quite a bit of Moroccan pottery and stuff. So I changed up a few of the colours, and here is where I'm at. I'll do a close up in a second. So what is new? This whole piece, this piece is new. That was already there. All the framework of this really large motif. So, and I've got the back stitched, there's a back stitch around each of the boxes. So I back stitched that, back stitched that. I finished this, brought the blue up. This was only about here. So I brought the blue up for this one. I did have it filled in, but I had to frog half of it back when I realized I'd shifted over one stitch. So I've just got to fill in those 6 little bits here, and that one's already back stitched as well. I also brought this border up on the left side. That was sort of about here-ish, so I stitched all the border up to there. This one here was probably about here, so I stitched all the border up there. So I got quite a bit in. So yeah, next up, finish that one. Once I finished this one there, there's only really that's probably the fiddliest thing I've got to do is this bit in here, and I've got to fill in these 2 little bands here. That should be pretty straightforward. These are both straightforward. That should be pretty straightforward. They're all pretty straightforward kind of little chunks of colour, and what I did is I stitched through here. I kind of work on 2 or 3 at a time, so I can, if I've got colour on my thread. So when I need a yellow in here, when I stitch a bit of yellow here, I'll come and add it in here. Like, I'm not just doing that little bit. So you're making use of your needle and stuff. So as I finish this one with colour, I'll start putting colour in here, finish these, just move my way up. So once that's done, it's like just on a 1/3 really, given my border's up to here, my border's up to here. So I've just got the top border to do. The border goes really quick. So again, when I thread up the dark blue, when I've got some left, I just do a bit more border and it kind of goes away. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So I think that should be able to be finished this year, all going well, which would be nice, because I wonder if I could finish it on the 18th of November. Man, it's hot. It just got warm. which would be 2 years later and on Moroccan Independence Day. 2 months really, isn't it? Give or take. Okay, maybe that's a goal. Get that finished. So that's my stitching. That's all I did. Well, I mean, what's that all I did? And again, the secret stitching on my version of the ATC, which I should be able to show you next week. I did read a little bit. I've finished books 4 and 5 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Books 4 and 5 of the Nalini Singh Sai Changeling Trinity novel. It's the offshoot, or the second, what does she call it? Kind of second chapter really, or they're not, like there are crossovers, but same world and everything. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But there were like 15 in the first series, the Sai Changeling series, and then yeah, this is 4 and 5. I had to wait for ages for this one to come at the library because someone had it out. So I had it on reserve, or, you know, for like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. So then I grabbed that one, and then of course I could then finish that one. I do have book 6 on the side of my bed. I think there's one, she's just published the next one. I can't remember if that's book 7 or book 8. Whether there might be one more in between, or it is, I've got to hope the library gets that one in. So good, I love this series. But anyway, finished those. Oh, here we go. That's the next one to read. Storm Echo. When was this published? Published in 2022. So probably the next one is the one that I've got, the brand new one that just got released. I'm very excited. And then I thought, well, because this video is ridiculously short, then I haven't done anything except work and a bit of stitching. I might do a new start. Again, I'm quite keen to give this chart away in November, so I'd have to get this stitched within 2 months, which I would be able to. I think I'll start the other Nora Corbett Floral Dreams, kind of the companion to Moonglow that I finished a couple of weeks ago, last month. So yeah, I might stitch her. They're pretty quick. I mean, I kind of stitched the Moonglow in like 3 or 4 sittings. Like, yeah, for her I did her tuffet, and then her, then one branchy thing, another branchy thing. Yeah, so maybe 5. So this is a little bit, this is a lot less stitching, in that there's no big moon, there's no little twinkly bits, because she doesn't have, yeah, there's no individual stitches and stuff, which, you know, that's the painful part of stitching something like this. So that should be pretty quick. There's also, anyway, I'm going to start that with the aim that I have that finished for my giveaway. Even if I haven't got it quite finished, I can still kind of give her away and send it a week or 2 later. I probably will start it today because I feel like it. But yeah, I do want to give those 2 away again. And that's sort of all I really need to say about that. So that's the plan. I don't usually do plans, but I do plan that. Very excited. Have a hot cup of tea while I sweat, because I don't know if I'm having it. No, I'm not having a hot flush. It just is hot. The sun just came around the corner, staring in the window. So yeah, that's what I plan to do. So I don't have anything really much else to tell you about. I'm going to head into Upper Hutt shortly. I need to go to the supermarket to get something for dinner. I need to drop some library books off. I need to pick a library book up that a friend wanted to borrow, but she's not a member of the Upper Hutt Library. And I then don't know, I'll carry on with organising my life and then get a start on that Nora this evening. That'll be fun. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks. Thank you. I had a couple of coffees bought for me in the last week, and after that week I think, as I said to the lovely person, I shouted myself to an apricot Danish with my coffee on, might have been Monday morning or Tuesday morning, whichever day it was that so I genuinely purchased coffee and pastry with that. So I appreciate it. I haven't, yeah, that's it. I'm going to go. Stop talking, blah, blah, blah. Take care, find joy in your stitching, and as always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.